Okay, I do think we be live. Let's check it out. I see people in the chats. Hey, Donna. Thanks for the super chat. That's amazing. Thank you. You guys are awesome. That is so nice. Thank you, Donna. Can you guys all hear me okay? I know that I'm on. I see a video. Soap Chef likes the new thumbnail, gives all the socials. Yeah, it does that. It's also just something that I stole from Canva and haven't had an opportunity to actually fix yet. So that's fun too. Sort of in the middle now, right? Kind of ish. Okay, so you guys can hear me loud and clear. Everything okay? Yes? Good. Mr. Soap and Clay is stuck in traffic right now, so he's about 15-20 minutes out, but that's okay. We don't need him for everything. I mean, for this particularly tonight, we do, but for right now, it's just our time to chit chat and catch up. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, Canva is very versatile. That's actually a program that I've been relying really heavily on lately, Soap Chef, for sure. That is quite the workhorse for me these days because between thumbnails for YouTube and the way that it just resizes things for Instagram and then for, flyers and print ads and even your newsletters on the emails, really, really good stuff. So I've been using the crap out of Canva. And also I discovered this weekend the background remover tool on Canva, which I love. I guess I rediscovered it, but whatever. And it's been really, really helpful to do the website, right? Because we're updating like everything on the website. And since we're doing that, I was like, well, this is an opportunity to make all my labels, like remake all my labels. So they're all in the same format because I'm the person that just like changes things up all the time. And so as a result, like, I don't know, like 9 years later, since Mr. Webman stopped doing my labels, my labels are not consistent from one product to the next. And so I reformatted all my labels, relabeled all my products, and took new pictures of all my products. And I thought it would be a cool idea to also put lather pictures on the website. And the way that Mr. Webman did the product listings, he has this section that has like the moisture levels and, cruelty-free, vegan, all the things. And then the thumbnail of my lather test for the soap kind of right next to all of that. And so it required me to figure out how to remove the background. And that was fun. I finally figured it out today after like the third text/phone call to Mr. Webman to make it so. So he finally just sent me like a screen cap of him doing it. Like, this is what you do. So that was fun. I hate technology. So far, everything good-ish here on this end. I don't actually know how long the computer is going to last, though, so that could be a fun time. The camera seems to be pulling a lot of juice from the computer right now, which is really, really weird. But, yes, Soap Chef, do I have premium? Yeah, I do. I pay for that guy, I guess, every year. I guess it's like $100 every year, I think, for that. Elaine is waiting for 7 to 12 inches of snow on top of ice in Illinois. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's crazy. Oh, you did an unboxing for your 3D printer on Facebook, Soap Chef? That's cool. That's cool. I'm never on Facebook. I'm sorry that I missed it. I'm never on that guy. Yes, ADHD Alchemy. Canva is a bestie for anyone who needs to do any of that stuff right now. So if you don't know Canva, you guys should go check it out. It's really good. This is not sponsored. Should be, though. I talk about it all the time. How's the web work going? Yeah, no, not good. Not good. I mean, it's going. It's actually going well. It's just, it's one of those tedious things that I don't want to do, you know? So I would rather do literally anything else. And so I found some good podcasts or Twitch streams to listen to while I am doing web work well, really the Twitch streams, because they keep me glued to my computer because I don't want to miss something that's going on the Twitch. And so since I'm glued to my computer, I have no choice but to just continue doing my web work. So that's worked out so far. I don't know when I'm going to be finished, but we're getting closer. So that's good. I guess you guys talking about the snow and everything in the Midwest. I guess Colorado's getting dumped on right now. I just heard that from a Twitch streamer that I follow over on the Twitch things, that they're getting a lot of snow. So that's cool. Y'all be having some big storms in the middle part of the country right now. We really don't. We had that horrible rainstorm on Sunday, right? But aside from that, it's dry. Like, I think we've been in like the longest dry spell in, all of the years in the last 2 weeks. So that's been crazy. Donna, I'm glad you're starting to learn Canva. That's awesome. I would stay inside for the next few days too, Elaine. That does not sound like a lot of fun at all. Tammy is in Colorado and confirming. Lots of snow? Or I'm assuming you're in Colorado and the we are is you are confirming that there's snow. Hey, Denise, how's it going? Yeah, no, Tara Lynn, when you have to, as a creator, like as somebody who likes working with my hands and making things like, soap or whatever, whenever I have to actually sit down and do the tedious back end stuff, I hate it. I put it off until the very, very end. Like I try to do everything else in the world before I actually sit down and do that because I don't like to. Your seeds Ramblin' Rose, your seeds starting peppers and tomatoes? Wow. That's a different life. Look at you, ready to start planting things. I love that. That's apparently not what anybody else in chat is experiencing right now. So enjoy what you have going on for sure. Georgia is pretty. Nice. Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like having a web developer is a huge, really important thing, and I highly recommend everybody do it because it's actually taking away 80% of what you have to do for the website. You don't realize it though. You don't realize how much work actually goes into the back end and whatever and the coding and whatever until you start trying to do it yourself. And it's like, oh God, yeah, no, all of this, I have to figure out all of this, how this layout is and what this banner is and how this thing functions and and then write copy and take pictures? No, thank you. So at the end of the day, I am super, super lucky that all I have to do for my website is write copy and take pictures and, manage my inventory. But, I still have to do that. And so I've yet to see a web developer that will actually just do it all for you. Although Mr. Webman did offer to take my pictures, has offered a whole bunch of times. I've never allowed him to do so though, because just the nature of my products, my product line and how quickly I cycle through things, it really wouldn't make sense for him to do it because I'd have to have him over here taking new pictures all of the damn time. So I had to learn how to do photography. And so eventually I did. Eventually I figured that guy out. So that's good. But then it's just the whatever. It's all thing. Damn, Corey, you had a whiteout? Wow. Damn. In Canada. Snow be snowing. It's nuts. This is still winter. As much as I'm ready for it to not be. Sucks though. We're actually heading to Colorado next week. Pretty sure. Yeah, next week we're heading to Colorado for a week and we will be up at the ski resorts. And I don't know, like part of me is really looking forward to it because we're going with the whole family, so my parents and my brother and his family. But so I'm looking forward to that, but the actual being in the snow and the cold, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to do any skiing. And that's weird because I was like a really, really big skier for, well, my whole life in Colorado. Like we had season tickets. We were up every weekend. And I don't know that I'm even going to do that because just the idea of being out in the cold and the falling and the wet, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably go on like the bunny slopes with the kiddos a couple days, but no real skiing, I don't think I'm going to be doing. Yeah, Violet, web work is just the worst. Seriously. And good, Denise, definitely get a webman. We all need one of those guys. My guy's great. I've given you his information. You could check him out too. What's in the glass? Just water. I'm just trying to consume my required amount for the day, and I'm still like, I don't know, probably 4 more of these short, so working on it. I'm supposed to have 8 to 12 inches of snow by Thursday, Melody. Oh my God. That's crazy. It's a lot. Hey, Shells, how are you? It's nice to see you. So while we're waiting for Mr. Soap and Clay, I should probably do the thing for the official things. And actually see what proper day thing this is. Yeah, can do that. Ready? I don't have anyone to throw me off my game this time, so I spoke too soon. He's here to throw me off my game.
You hoping for a peaceful evening?
I was about to do my thing. I was about to do my.
I had perfect timing.
Yeah, you've got some perfect timing there, sir. Okay, we're back. And he's here to mess up my thing.
I'll behave this time.
Are you going to behave?
I'll try really hard to behave.
How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for day 229.2 of 365 days of soap. And I guess it should be 0.5. 229. I don't know.
0.5.
Whatever. But we are finishing up the craziness that we started last week, Sunday, 2 days ago.
Seems like forever.
Seems like forever ago.
This could be a 0.2. If we have further technical difficulties.
Could be a 0.2. See how the battery's already draining on the computer there?
Why is it not behaving?
I don't know, but
Did we
really
get power
do.
cords mixed up between Baby Mac and Big Mac? Because they're not.
What do you mean?
They don't put out the same wattage. My little one.
Oh, your new little one?
Yeah.
No, I mean, this looks like my cord. It looks old, and yours is brand new.
We'll have to test that.
We will have to test it. Yes. So, yeah, we are finishing up the ranking of Taylor Swift and talking about the giveaways that I want to do for 15K, which is now at 16.1K. So you guys just keep being freaking chaotic and amazing, and I love that. And I got a super chat tonight.
You did?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. So amazing. It made me so happy.
I've got to make a new play button.
You have to make a new play button because we're at 16?
16.
We can't do it for every 1,000. That would be nuts.
Could be fun.
But, yeah. So that's what we are doing today. And right now we're talking about all of the weathers and stuff that are going on all over the country and world, really. Some people are starting their gardens. Some people are snowed in.
Didn't Boston get like 2 feet a couple of days ago over the weekend?
I don't know. Do I have
Massive,
any
massive blizzard,
Bostonians Bostonians.
What was the content of the super chat?
It was just a sticker. It was just a cool sticker. It's very cute.
Nice.
Yeah. This is a super chat sticker. And Shells would rather have snow. Snow. Yes. Oh, somebody liked your coat coming in. It's a nice coat. Is that the coat I got you for Christmas?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Your wife has great taste.
I can wear that on days where I don't need a hood, where it's not raining.
Yeah.
Because, that walking 3 blocks, I'm just not going to do without a hood on.
In this weather, I wouldn't either. Well, not in this weather, but in general, when it rains, all that jazz.
So that rather have snow? Is that rather have snow than rain?
I have no idea. I'd rather
have neither.
I was just talking about how we're going to Colorado next week and how I'm actually kind of not looking forward to being in the snow. Like the idea of going back is fun or whatever, but then I'm like, oh God, Colorado in February? The hell is the matter with us?
Yeah, I was thinking that, actually when I was on the mountain a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking, why do people voluntarily do this?
Yeah.
And it was like 40 degrees, but still, you're out in the snow.
Yeah, I know.
When you fall down, it's chilly.
It's freaking wild that we're like, yeah, doing that. Like tourists. Like when I lived there, you live there, so you can't do anything about it. And so you might as well go out and enjoy the snow. I get that.
Right.
But going from a place that does not snow to the coldest place at the coldest time of the year is like...
Yeah, to go there voluntarily.
What the hell are we thinking?
You remember why you moved to California? Some of us.
I didn't. We're not in California.
That's
Sure.
that's where I went from the cold and the snow.
You remember why we moved out of California, though, right?
Because it's hot.
It's too hot. 85 degrees on Christmas Day is not acceptable to me. So now, since Mr. Soap and Clay came in, can we get another mic check? Because he's quiet, and we were running with one mic tonight because I couldn't find the little mic splitter. And this whole new tech thing has been such a crazy... Here's the thing. I had this figured out in some sort of way, right? Like, it was a way that worked for me. It was annoying. It was whatever. But it, like, worked. And then I told 2 people in my life and Mr. Webman my struggles. And they proceeded to do all these new things and get all this new equipment. I don't know which way is up anymore. And so even, like, setting this up on my own is the scariest thing ever.
It looks like you've done a fantastic job.
I'm really looking forward to it being actually at a PC for good, though, and not doing this anymore. Because this is very, very just stressful. I dropped that and I bent that freaking light.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah, I messed that light up. Like, everything around it is completely destroyed. I was shocked that the plate didn't break, actually.
Well, once we get the, office studio set up, then everything can just stay connected. That'll be nice.
Yeah, it's all a crazy thing. Like, this whole tech thing is just, it befuddles me. But the setup in the soap shop is great. Like, the last live that I did in there, oh my God, the lighting was on point and the camera was perfect. And now, yet again, our camera is backwards again. Y'all can't read my shirt. My shirt be backwards.
I think we can, I think you can flip that, like, midstream while it's running.
Oh, you want to try?
I mean, if I break it, I'm sorry.
We're going to break things.
Where are the sources? Where's it at?
We gotta, yeah.
Move this over?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But escuches.
So we're here. Boom. Go here. Oh, I gotta reach a button.
Interesting.
So we pop that. Yeah, now you'll...
Oh, well, hey, are we moved now? Hold on. We gotta reframe it, though. So we don't see the corner anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to hit your other button again. Yeah, now you can read it, yeah?
Now you can read my shirt, like, with what I'm seeing. Watch,
But now-
the chat tells me, no, it was right before, and now you're wrong.
We can make it upside down, too. That'd be fun.
Hey, Tim, how's it going? So, what's the new thing look like? Can you read my shirt now? I wanna see. I wanna see what you guys are seeing. You can read my shirt now.
Well, that says you're flipped now. Is that good or bad?
I know, like you're flipped.
See, so
Good
the
flipped
weird,
or bad
the weird
flipped?
thing with the camera mirroring is like this is my left hand. You're on my right side,
Right.
but on the screen you're on their left side, which I guess makes sense. Like that's the way the camera's shooting, right?
Sure.
But we can't mimic our actual scene and have words in the proper direction.
Yeah, it's very strange. Well, no, I mean, we literally are mimicking what the camera's actually showing now.
So I don't know why it default flips it that the wrong way.
I have no idea. I'm legible now. See, that's the link.
That's all
There
that
you go.
matters.
And Denise, you flipped my world. I'm sorry. Sorry.
We
Broke
just
it all.
flipped ours too.
We flipped it all.
You watched it happen.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Soap Chef, have fun with your 3D printer. That is going to be a ton of fun for sure. There's so many cool things that you can do with 3D printers. It's unbelievable for sure.
I want one of those. And a laser engraver. They both just look like tons of fun. You waste so much time accomplishing nothing, I think. But
Yeah, 100%.
they look like a blast.
Waste a ton of time. Be a good time.
We need more toys.
Yeah, because that's like the thing that we definitely need is more toys. Absolutely.
Well, you've got a hang of all this, right? You're all set up.
Hey, Savvy, how's it going? Oh, good. I'm so glad my shirt is readable now. That's excellent news. See? I had to get the petty out today.
Swoop.
Yeah, shout out to Swoop. Had to get the petty out today because I feel like for the last 20, we're going to get petty.
I feel like we're going to be more in sync. Is that where we're at? 20? We got all the way there.
Let's call it, yeah.
Call it what you want.
That's only one thing for me. I'm not on the wrong side, though. I think I'm on the right side. The correct side. Denise? I have no idea. It gets confusing when we have people.
Your shirt's legible, so let's roll with it.
So that's what we're doing. Absolutely. Your friend's got a glow forge. What the hell is a glow forge, Kelsey? I want to know. What's a glow forge?
It's like
It's something like on Skyrim.
I saw it advertised on Facebook. I think
Not a glow forge.
I think it's like a laser 3D printer thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Can we laser engrave soap? Yeah, we could. Probably easier to stamp it, though. Probably takes less time. Probably.
What's the temperature of the laser? The melting point of soap.
Maybe. I don't know.
Be fun to try.
Everything's always fun to try once.
Stick it in there, turn it on, see what happens. Laser cutter. Yeah, I knew it had something to do with laser.
Hello, how are you, Mirna? So yeah. Still tripping out that actually I'm on the different side of the screen now. I'm just staring at myself instead of actually focusing on what we're doing. Like, why am I here? This feels weird.
Oh, it's awesome.
Denise, 3D printer for the bath bomb molds. Yeah, I think that's why Soap Chef picked hers up, if I'm not mistaken. She wanted to just start making her own 3D molds. So I love that for her. And I'm looking forward to her videos on her trials and errors and her solutions and everything. So we can all learn along with her. And then we get a nice review of a new printer from a professional. A professional soap and bath bomb maker, not a professional 3D printer. And we all get that. We all get that. That's what we are. Professional makers, not 3D printers. Oh, I needed to go pick up the calendars from the printers today.
Speaking of printers and professionals.
Whoops.
So, Soap Chef, are you going to do like a very first use of the 3D printer video so we can see what it's actually like to experience that learning curve?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
End up with just a melty blob of plastic that you have to clean up, because that's what would happen if I was doing it for the first time.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Or you realize that it takes like 18 hours to make some little plastic bowl. And
They've come a really long way these days. And also, even if it does take 18 hours to make a mold or whatever, you can just do that, like, you know, set it up before you leave the shop at night, and it goes through the night. And then, you know, just work your schedule around it. Like, it's fine. You don't need a million of them if you're making, like, a custom mold to make bath bombs. You just need the one.
Well, my only experience with 3D printers, which is not real experience at all, is the timeline on Grey's Anatomy when they were printing an organ or tissue or something.
Right,
And
yeah.
it took like days and days, and there was a line to use it, and it was a big controversy. That's the only thing I actually have any knowledge of with 3D printer timing.
That's true. Those episodes were like a decade ago, though. And 3D printer technology has come a long way since.
Yeah, like to the point where we can just buy one on Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, Viola, how are you? Thanks for coming in tonight. So for those of you who like maybe were not here on Sunday, previously on the last episode of Divorce Court,
That's where some people thought it was going.
Mr. Soap and Clay decided to ruin his wife's life by putting all of her favorite Taylor Swift songs in the 100 to 90 area, which I call low on his list, and which I call high on his list. And he calls low.
You've accidentally said it correctly tonight.
So we also, thought about that the whole time. And then at the end of all of that, our camera got weird, our mics got really weird, and then the stream completely froze. It was a very good time. And so if we're watching like a hawk more than usual down here, it's because literally the only thing that I've done to the computer is reboot it since the last stream. So I don't know. We still might get crashing. Haven't really tested anything else out. So we're watching the CPU usage as well as the frame drops and all the jazz to see how many we've had. And weirdly, for the first time ever, we've got 0.1% frame drops.
Yeah, I feel like it's just now telling us the truth.
Yep. I don't like
but
that.
also, none of the settings were changed from one live to the next, so it had no reason to do what it did on Sunday. Yeah. It was a shocker.
Yeah, it was a shocker. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm glad that you were able to catch us for our final fight.
Can we get someone to narrate it like Mortal Kombat?
Mr. Soap and Clay might never be on the channel again after all of this.
Let's see how it pans out.
Let's see how it pans out.
I feel like we're going to be 50% grooving in the top 20.
I feel like I know what your top one is already. Like for sure.
I could pick, I think, maybe 5 that could be your top one.
You think 5? You have 5 that could maybe be my top one?
Yeah, I think so.
Tim saying it could have been memory issues. Yeah, this particular computer has a crap ton of memory, though. It's like super upgraded, right? We were actually surprised when we looked at it. Like, damn.
Yeah, I had kind of forgotten. I checked the specs again like a week ago. I mean, it's a MacBook Pro. It's pretty much maxed out.
One of our big problems, though, is that we are currently running this off of a MacBook Pro instead of a proper PC, which is something that we're definitely going to have to correct if we're going to be doing like Twitch streaming and stuff, just because of all the extra components and crap that goes into that. And in all actuality, we're probably pushing this existing computer. It's not meant to be a streaming computer. It's meant to be a laptop. And as a laptop, it works very well. As a streaming computer, it turns out that it's not liking us anymore. So, hey Nicole, how's it going? Hey Shawnee. Hello Jesse. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. So yeah, I do think I know what your number one is, and I'm actually going to. Do you have a pen over there? Because this isn't actually upside down anymore.
Happens to be, yes.
I'm going to write down what I think your... Don't look. I'm going to write down what I think your number one is, and I'm going to show it to the chat.
All right.
And then if I'm right, then it will be confirmed. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
Don't look.
I've looked away.
Don't look.
I'm gazing into the abyss.
Okay, you can look.
All clear.
That was my guess. That was my guess. My guess. That is my guess for your number one. Your most favorite song.
All right.
Are you ready to get in this top 20 so we can get this over with? Because I'm very concerned.
I'm excited to get into the top 20.
All right, you go first.
Top 20. 20 for me is... That's the line number. We did do 20, or at least I talked about it. I Knew You Were Trouble is number 20 with the bullet.
Yeah, and mine was Evermore, which is a gorgeous song with Bon Iver.
Yes.
Yes, we did do 20.
I can't believe we made it that far. So we're on 19.
Know. So I guess we're on number 19.
So 19 for me is Endgame.
Which is so weird to me because Endgame was so high up on my list. Like, it was... No, it wasn't. It was number 21. It was close. It was just on a different piece of paper.
That's awesome.
Mine was Only the Young, and yours was actually quite a bit... Only the Young was quite a bit...
Worse.
Yeah, on the list.
Yeah, Only the Young is way on the worst end for me.
Hey, Soap Sunstone, how's it going? So, what's your number 18?
18... The Best Day.
Okay. So one of two of Scout's songs made it into your top 20. So that's something.
Yeah, one of them I really like.
Yeah, and the other one you're like,
The Best Day's a
My kids
tearjerker.
can grow up. Fine. Never grow up. No, grow up right away.
I like it now that they can talk to me and they don't shit themselves.
My number 18 was Out of the Woods, which you actually had pretty high up on your list. Far back on your list.
Yeah, it was worse ranked.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I disagree with in totality. But, cool. And your number 17.
No. Out of the Woods was not. I thought Out of the Woods still coming up.
No, I thought you'd put... Oh, no, it was the Style that you would put higher up.
Style I also still have coming up.
Weird. All right, cool.
I know which song you're talking about. It's associated, but it's not either one of those.
Getaway Car?
No.
No? I don't know. I have no idea.
It was so long ago, the lower end of the list is all jumbled now.
How about number 17?
17 is Invisible String.
So Invisible String is my number 6. So you're messing with my top 10 right now. My 17 is Style. Because I love Style.
I'll take that.
And also seeing in concert was freaking awesome.
Style is my number 11.
What the hell was that song? Oh, it was the other song. The song about blank space. You put blank space very high. Low.
Oh, yeah. Blank Space is
Yeah.
towards the worst end of my list.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What was your number 16?
16 is The One from Folklore.
That's mine too.
We've actually matched a number.
We have one that's matched.
It's like-
Holy crap.
It's not a bingo game.
My 16 is the one. See? Don't look at the rest of my list.
All right, I won't look at the rest.
Don't cheat. Cheat at something.
All right, we agree on it.
Wow. We have one that's actually the same. That's freaking shocking to me.
It only took, 84 songs to get there.
I don't know. I don't math. That's cool.
Yeah, there's no argument there. I told you we'd be vibing on the top 20.
Yeah, maybe.
Except for the ones that you have in the top 5 that I put in the bottom.
Exactly. What's your number 15?
15. Sad, Beautiful, Tragic.
Oh, and I already did that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Sad, Beautiful, Tragic was a while ago for me.
Was it? It's not in the middle, isn't it?
Number 54.
Yeah.
So quite a while
the top
ago.
50.
Yeah. Amanda's like, I knew they would eventually match on one. Out of 100 songs, I guess we had to eventually.
We didn't have to, actually. It's quite lovely that we did get one.
My number 15 is Death by a Thousand Cuts, which you said a long time ago, I feel. And it was very strange to me.
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Because I love Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Death by a Thousand Cuts was number 37 to me.
So a while ago.
Top 50, but yeah, a while ago.
Yeah.
I mean, days ago now.
I love that song. That song is so good.
I love that song too. I mean, everything top 50 I love.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we said before, the ranking of the Taylor Swift things, and by before, I mean Sunday. We like all of these songs. Because she has more than 100 songs. We just had to rank them somewhere. And Death by a Thousand Cuts, probably my favorite song on the Lover album. And my list actually does confirm that. Because there's not another Lover song for the rest of the time. So, therefore, my favorite Lover song.
So I can tell you that my favorite song from the Lover album is Afterglow.
Wow, because it hasn't been on there for a while? Because you said Afterglow a while ago.
No, we're not there yet. I've not.
Oh, really? Afterglow was like my 99 or something, right?
Yeah, you're a hater.
By
It turns
hater,
out-
you mean
Turns out that from your list, it confirms that you hated the Lover album.
number 93. Way down there. You were actually talking about that on Sunday, and you know how much I pushed the Lover album, and I
Yeah.
super did, but I pushed it like situationally specific, right? Because that was going to be the concert, because that album was the type of album that, especially the concerts that she was doing, that was going to be the concert that we were taking the kids to. It was going to be their first ever
Yeah,
Taylor Swift
yeah.
concert, and it was going to be completely appropriate for them to be there. And so, yeah, I was excited about it. It was pastels and poofy dresses and unicorns and rainbows and our children.
And they would have loved it.
yeah, it would have been a great concert. But in actuality, it's kind of a weak album.
It would have been fun to take them to, though. And then COVID took the possibility of a Lover tour away from us. So
Denise, they're a perfect couple.
we're an excellent pairing.
We're not done yet, Denise. Let's see if we're still a couple by the end of this. So what's your number 14?
14. Out of the Woods.
Okay, so you're real close with me on the Out of the Woods. Or, okay, I like it. Mine is I Know Places. Which, ooh, maybe that was the one that you ranked higher, and I was kind of surprised by.
I know places.
I.
I know places. I had it 39.
Wow, so a
Yeah.
while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were not into I Know Places.
That could be the one.
I love that
It's
song.
still top 50. It's top
They are the
40.
hunters, we are the foxes,
That's-
and we run.
Billboard top 40 right there. It's
Me
up there.
pretending to sing. Love that song. Oh, and that was another one, number 13 for you. What was that?
Safe and Sound.
Oh, yeah, I said that one a long time ago.
Yeah, that one hurt.
But that was not really long time ago. Just like your same logic there, in the 30s. I held
Yeah,
on to it for a
it's-
while.
It's top high enough.
And mine is Exile with Bon Iver.
Your 13 is Exile.
Yeah.
My 12 is Exile.
Hey, that's nice
We're
and
getting
close,
there.
but we're not. We just have the one real match. Though. I'm gonna
call
actually
that a
star
match.
that one. No, I'm starring the one because that's the only one that we actually have done. It's amazing. What is number 12 for you?
12. That was it, Exile.
Oh, Exile. Right.
Yeah, 'cause you just did
said
that
that.
thing. Yeah.
Right. And my number 12 is Getaway Car. Getaway Car is amazing.
Getaway Car is amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing that it ranks better for me than 12.
Does it really?
Yes.
That's excellent. Well, you know, if you had a heart and you weren't a robot, all the songs that are the cry songs that you ranked, 90 to 100, probably would have bumped Exile up to, or Getaway Car up to 12, like me. A couple of them in there.
I'm thankful that I have robot tendencies. So I can keep Getaway Car where it is.
What's your number 11?
11, Style.
I just did Style. Mine is The Best Day, which you just did.
Yeah, I did. That was 18. So
I love that song. Now, for those of you who may not remember or were not around during the Taylor Swift makings, I made all of the Taylor Swift albums in soap form. And some of them I tried to capture just the theme of the whole album. And so for the Lover soap, for example, it was pastel-y rainbows and clouds and a little heart with an arrow going through it for the Archer, which I don't like. Whatever. And for others, I was just focusing on just a song in the album. And for the Folklore, pretty sure that was the Folklore. Or the Fearless, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
it wasn't Folklore, for sure.
For the Fearless album, I did a landscape soap based on The Best Day, the song The Best Day, and the imagery that she sings about in that song. And it was amazing. And I cried during that entire video, just sobbed and talked about my kids and how awesome they are. And yeah, so I'm glad that it ended up high on your list too, for that one at least.
Oh, that song makes me cry every time I hear it. I just hope that both of our kids grow up loving that song.
Yeah, me too. And look back and, you know,
If they don't,
like
they
us.
definitely should, because they have that sort of relationship.
I would like it if they liked us.
They better respect
Yeah.
their mother.
Respect all of the things. Yes. Hey, Dottie, thank you for the congrats on 15K. Oh, it's all crazy. Yeah, we're at 16 now. It's freaking nuts. It's wild. What is your number 10?
Number 10 is Afterglow. I have a lover song in my top 10.
And mine is Never Grow Up. And the Afterglow for me was number 93. So that is a huge difference.
The Never Grow Up was really down there for me. 81 for me was Never Grow Up.
Yeah, so same thing with both of those. That's freaking wild. Hello, how's it going tonight or today? Happy, wherever you are in the world.
Happy Tuesday? Wednesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, we've got the time zone thing again.
Oh, it's always a time zone thing. And I think the later we start, the more chances we have of hitting people over the pond.
Because it's a sane time of day to be awake.
Well, I don't know about sane, because on Sunday there was somebody that was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning in Iraq, right?
Right. But if you start later, then they could be a bit like 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's more acceptable.
Right. And that's normal-ish. That's...
I wish it wasn't.
Not
but
that
it
there's
is.
anything abnormal about being up at 4. It's just I am, and I find it weird.
I do too.
Ooh, Becky has an interesting question. If there was one album you'd recommend a person who's never listened to Taylor Swift before, what would it be? I know your answer. You go.
My answer depends on what sort of music you like in the first place.
Oh, I was not expecting that. I don't know his answer. I obviously know nothing about him. We would fail the newlywed game. We would fail all couples games, Family Feud, all of it.
If you're modern and you listen to the radio, I would say Reputation. One album.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's the most appealing to the masses, I think.
I guess that's true. But as far as best music, I'd go with Folklore. It's not at all like, or I would assume that you would go with Folklore. For me, I would say Red. The Red album is the one album from Taylor Swift you should listen to if you've never listened to Taylor Swift. You know everything there is to know about Taylor Swift in that album. It has a perfect combination of her countryside as well as her progression into what she ultimately became with her pop, and even now the more folksy vibes that you get from Folklore and Evermore. It has all of that. So I think Red actually captures everything that she is really beautifully, and all the different like music types that she's into and her range. So I would go Red for my answer.
Yeah, I would second that, I guess, if you're just ever going to listen to one album and learn what Taylor Swift is. Folklore is my favorite Taylor Swift album, but I feel like it's kind of niche-y, that's not Taylor Swift to everyone.
Sure.
It's my absolute favorite. It's her best album, in my opinion. Evermore, second best. Those two, they flip-flop in which one's the best for me. But, yeah, Red in 1989, they're both excellent. Red probably is the best representation, just cross-section of Taylor Swift, old and new.
Yeah, 100%. I think Red actually captures who Taylor is and still really is to this day, because she played with a lot of different themes and variations and just genres and everything throughout that album, and it was extraordinary.
Yeah, I've got 3 songs from the Red album in my top 10.
Oh, me too. 4.
Oh, we have matching potential.
I got 4. I got 4. Soap Chef says, Mr. Soap Chef and I are going to do a newlywed game heavy metal live soon. That's fun. Love that. And Shells, yeah, that was a good question for sure. Thanks for that question, Becky. That was freaking amazing. Kelsey and Amanda, 4 a.m. is when I go to bed. Amanda is when 4 a.m. is when she gets up. Wow. You guys could be weird besties.
I mean, there are days where...
Night bestie, morning bestie.
There are days where 4 a.m. is both for me.
That's a lot.
Those are not good days.
No. Actually, weirdly, Cheebs is doing a 72-hour stream this weekend. And so I decided that I'm going to participate in it the whole time. And so I'm basically locking myself in the soap shop for 3 days straight because you're home. And I am going to sleep there. I am going to work. I'm going to take naps when I need to take naps. I am going to work the entire time, and my website will be done by the end of Sunday and the end of her stream. So I'm there with her in solidarity, but also I'm getting work done. So looking forward to it.
You want to like send me a text when you need food or water or something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not locking myself in.
Right, but you have to stay and participate.
Yeah,
Right?
but just leaving for a minute to go get some stuff. That's fine.
It's like 150 yards. I can travel and bring you some grub.
It's true. Yeah.
I'll make a mean grilled cheese.
You make a mean grilled cheese. I make a mean DoorDash.
I'll make a mean DoorDash.
I mean, we have all the HelloFresh in there, so you could just make that. Because that's the cool thing about that. It's easy. It's just
Yeah,
like the
but
bag.
you know how long I take. So if you like at 2 o'clock, hey, I'm hungry, it'll be 4:30 before you get food. If I'm making it.
HelloFresh be lying, though. Like, at the amount of time.
5-minute prep time. No, try 50.
Right.
50.
Now, for people who actually like cook often, they kind of know how to do that, right? Like, you don't, I mean, okay, maybe you guys do this, but for me personally, I don't actually prep everything before I start cooking, all right? If I know that I'm cooking some meat or I need to, soften some onions or whatever, I turn the stove on and I get that oil going and heating up while I'm chopping the onions. And then when the onions are done being chopped, I throw them in the pan and I get the rest of the stuff ready that needs to go in next. Like, I don't prep the whole thing out and then just add I don't do that. And so for me, it actually it takes what it says it's supposed to take. But if you actually follow the directions and the first step is prep everything, well, yeah, that's 20 minutes and it's 35-minute cook time.
Yeah, well,
So this 5-minute prep is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I also, when I cook the HelloFresh, I unpack it all and then I read through the list and then I call the kids over and I'm like, hey, you do this and you do that. And then they have to read it and then they've got to find ingredients. And then what could have been 5 minutes is 35. Whatever.
I do love
but
doing the kids, like having the kids involved in all of that, though. It's so much fun. They read the stuff and they cut it with their little safety knives, and it's it's fun. I love it. I love having them in the house for that and in the kitchen.
it is fun to cook with them.
Yeah, Shells and Becky, you haven't listened to Taylor Swift? You should do that. For sure, the Red Album.
These videos should be inspiring everyone to listen to Taylor Swift.
The Red Album is so good.
Really worth this sort of commitment. Yeah, it really is, actually.
Yeah, see, Kelsey gets me. The only thing I prep everything first is butter chicken. Okay, that makes sense. That's a meal that needs to be all fully prepped.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, Tim, that's also true about the serving size. For the most part, it's kind of big portions. I have issues, though, and that issue is called I only eat once a day. And so by the time it's time for me to eat and I cook this meal, I look at it and I'm like, so this meal for 4 is mine.
What's everyone else going to eat?
What are you guys eating? Because because I only eat once a day, I consume everything until I just pass out from a food coma.
Actually, the whole family's got a healthy appetite, though. We don't have leftovers with these HelloFresh meals for 4. And 2 of them are children.
Yeah. I know, and Awen's going through a crazy growth spurt. Like last night, she's like, Mom, can I have more? And I'm like, yeah, I guess you can have my dinner tonight. I'll eat some cereal. That's fine.
And Scout's still trying to stick to the trash can and scrape it off when no one's
I know,
looking.
she's like, I don't like that broccoli. Okay, so we did number 10.
We did 10.
Okay, number 9.
Number 9. Back to December.
Yeah, I said that a long time ago, I feel like.
You did?
Yeah.
What's Back to December for you? I know you don't like her songs that are about months.
Number 49.
Yeah,
I like songs about months.
that hurts.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Denise, that's just the way my body works. It's just how it always has. I live on caffeine throughout the entire day, and it's just I'm genuinely not hungry until, about 6 o'clock at night or so. And then it's not until like 8 o'clock at night that I eat, and I'm asleep by 9:30. So it's unhealthy just across the board. But it is what it is. It's just how my body works, and it's weird.
Yeah, the thing about how your body works is you can't change it. It's just what it does.
Yeah, and like when I was training, when I was doing all the fitness stuff and the competition fitness stuff and the modeling and everything, the nutritionist would get you, your trainers and your nutritionist would get you on these really strict meal plans that required you to eat every like 2 hours, right? And I never got used to that. And I felt terrible the entire time. Like I felt sluggish and just like sick all of the time, consuming that much food every 2 hours. It was freaking wild. So when I was no longer doing that, when I wasn't required to be on a very strict meal schedule, I kind of went back to my old ways of just eating once a day. So, yes, we are matching again. We've just done number 9. Nope, I haven't given my number 9 yet.
No, you have not.
Yeah.
I was back to December, which you said a long time ago.
And my number 9 was peace.
Peace.
And I don't even want to know where your number 9 is because I think I know where it's at.
You mean where my peace is at?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
I won't tell you then.
Yeah. And your number 8?
Peace.
No shit! I said that I thought peace was going to be your number 1.
Wah, wah.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's
Oh
just ranked one better than you ranked it.
Yeah.
It's a great song. I mean, it's top 10. These are all excellent
Yeah.
songs, but yeah.
Yeah, that's shocking. I look forward to seeing what your number 1 actually is then, because I thought for sure there would be peace. Peace is a really beautiful song, and it's like Mr. Soap and Clay's kind of like theme song. Every time he hears it, he cries, and he relates to it a whole hell of a lot. And I'm speaking for him, but I'm also not speaking lies. So
No, it's a tearjerker, and I definitely identify with it.
I'm super surprised that that's not your number 1.
That song is 100% true for me.
Damn, that's interesting. Wow. Denise says that she goes to the gym at 10 p.m. That's late. Yeah, you keep wild hours for sure. Nicole, will I change my eating habits for the Mount Rainier climb? Yeah, I definitely will. So essentially, the way that my body has existed, like for my whole life, I mean, from earliest memory, I haven't done breakfast and lunch. Like my parents have tried to feed me and I'm like, I don't want it, you know? And so basically my whole life, I've been this like one time a day eater, which essentially means my body is in a form of starvation mode all day long. Whether or not I feel hungry or not is sort of irrelevant. My body is like, wait, where's our next meal going to come from? Right? Because it's not getting consistently fed. And while that is a very popular diet these days, like that's the new, like, what is it? Like intermittent fasting is what it's called these days. So for the first time in my literal life, people aren't going, oh God, that's terrible for you. That's like an actual way of life.
Society has finally accepted what you've done for decades.
Right. It's not going to be sustainable for getting ready to do the Mount Rainier climb. Like actually right now, what I'm trying to do is actively bulk and get some more actual like meat on my bones for that. So I have some extra energy stores, as well as get myself in the habit of eating at least like an energy bar or whatever, like every 3 or 4 hours to give my body enough energy consumed through food. So my body doesn't just go through all kinds of real pain while I'm doing the hike, for sure. It's a good question. Yeah, it's definitely important.
When you're out doing that, though, you can also, load in the process. I mean, that's what trail mix is for, right?
Yeah. Right.
You get these, high fat, high carb things that you can consume quickly and keep providing the energy, because no matter what your eating habits are, you're burning more than you used to burning when you're doing that sort of thing.
Right.
So you've still got to supplement.
Right.
Even if you were a 3 meal a day person.
Right. Yeah, and they have good freeze-dried stuff and whatever that I'll be taking on the trail too that makes it really easy to actually have decent meals, and so you're not just eating, because I can't really eat trail mix. I don't do nuts.
Well, you can't do peanuts.
Can't do nuts.
Really?
They're not working out at all
Cashews
anymore.
aren't working either? Because those are just my favorite to eat all the time.
I know, it's terrible. It's not fun at all. Yeah, Tim, I'll definitely do good pictures and videos and stuff up there. I obviously won't be able to live stream on top of a mountain, but I'll definitely be recording some stuff. I think it'll be fun for sure.
You could wear the GoPro.
I gave the GoPro to Mr. Webman
Oh, right.
because I never did figure out how to use it. So I'm like, here you go. Have fun.
And I think he's not used it either. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take that for sure.
Yeah, I know. He's just like you. Yeah, I'll collect all the tech. And then we forget about it. What is your number 8?
My number 8. Oh, my phone shut off. Hold on. Number 8. Oh, peace. We did that. Peace is number 8.
Oh, right. We talked about your number 8, just not mine.
What's your number 8?
Mine is Everything Has Changed, which you said a long time ago.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one. Like I wanted to rank it higher just because Ed Sheeran's in it, but I couldn't because there were other things more important.
Yeah. I ranked it higher just because Ed Sheeran's in it, and because when it first came out, nobody knew who Ed Sheeran was, but then we saw the music video, and I'm like, oh my God, I want Taylor Swift to marry this guy. And I still do, but much love to Ed for finding his joy, and much love to Taylor for finding hers. But then they re-recorded Red, right? Taylor's doing this thing where she's re-recording all of her old albums so she can own her masters. And this album that came out in 2012, when Ed Sheeran was not anything, like people didn't really know who he was, or I'm sorry. Yeah, it was like 2011, 2012. It's like around when Aowen was born.
For Red, yeah.
Yeah. And Ed Sheeran wasn't really known, right? And coming back to re-record it in 2021, when he's a huge worldwide sensation, such a different feeling he probably had to feel coming back to re-record this, just like Taylor had to feel quite different coming back and re-recording a very emotional, very personal album. And the moment that we started listening to the Red album, we're listening to it, and all of a sudden I just like stop, like I gasp, and I look up at Mr. Soap and Clay, and I'm like, do you think Ed Sheeran came back? Do you think Snow Patrol came back? She had duets on this album. Do you think they came back? And they did. And just listening to Ed Sheeran go, are we good to go? At the beginning of Red was just like, or Everything Has Changed, and it was just, and I wept, and it was amazing, and I loved it. So it had to go really high on my list.
It was amazing.
For that
the
reason.
re-record was definitely amazing.
Yeah.
That he did that they did that, recreated that.
Yeah, it was freaking incredible for sure. When is the climb happening? The climb is happening this summer. So I think we're going to be I will be going in July is the thinking. Probably mid-July, because for the 4th of July, we always do a big party. And, well, always being this will be the 3rd year that we've done it, I guess. Third?
It's now a tradition. It's
Fourth?
a Hamilton tradition.
It's now a tradition. Since Hamilton came out on Disney Plus, we have a big party in the backyard, and we grill stuff, and we get the projector and the big projector screen out, and we play Hamilton. And it's awesome. And there's a million kids running around, and it's all awesome. So we'll do that for the 4th. And then Scout's birthday is at the end of July. And that actually kicks off the birthday season for a lot of people in my family. And so have to be in town for that. So I'm thinking mid-July for that. Take a week and go do the thing.
Yeah, it has to be between the 4th and the 31st.
Yeah.
And that's also the best time to go. July, August.
Yeah.
Because it's just frozen and treacherous otherwise. Mount Rainier never thaws out.
Right, exactly. It never does. So I'll be dealing with snow hikes regardless. Shell's talking about Animal Crossing. I'm obsessed too, but I just got the new Pokemon Arceus. I can't put that down. That is so much fun. Like, I can't. I have not been this into a video game in quite some time, and that's strange to me because it's Pokemon. And usually when I get into video games, I get into real games, right? Like these big epic RPGs or whatever. But Pokemon feels like that without the impossible combat. So it's just a very chill game where you just kind of get to go run around and collect your Pokemon and, whatever. It's a lot of fun. I've loved it. I've loved it so far. It's a very, very good game.
And Nintendo's just doing a great job with the Switch and the content that they're producing for it. The games that they're putting out for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics it's a handheld system. Yeah, you can dock it and play it on a TV, but, it's light years beyond what Game Boy was back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Switch is incredible.
Those games are deep, impressive.
They really are. They're really, really beautiful games. And yeah, are we all invited? Of course. Sure. Absolutely. Who tells your story? Kelsey? Exactly. It's very poignant. Very important.
All invited to
The
4th of July or to the hike?
I'm going to assume it's the 4th of July.
You don't think everyone's just volunteering for an ice climb?
Mr. Soap Chef already has. Like, he'll come do the hike with me. But I don't think the Soap Chef was talking about that. Because then she said, I'll bring the Lambrusco. So, yeah. I'm going to assume that's an alcohol. So,
Could
yeah.
be. You've got a cap for the
The
night.
wine. So, yes. I would never drink on a hike. Oh my God, what a terrible idea.
You're drinking on the hike. You're drinking when you make camp.
No, you do not drink when you're on the mountain. That's a terrible idea.
Oh, I do.
Could never.
I do.
What's your number 6?
6. We missed 7. My 7 is
Oh,
all too well, and
That's
I've
because
not
my
said
7's
that.
on the first.
Yeah.
Your 7 is all too well?
My 7 is all too well.
Okay, so I'm at least glad that it's in your top 10, but I'm surprised it's 7. That said, my 7 is 'Tis the Damn Season. And that's our song. So
That's lower than I put it.
it's lower than you put it? Where did you put 'Tis the Damn Season?
Right, we're going to do this again. It's worse than where I put it.
Jesus Christ. Start using the right terminology, sir.
I have done.
No.
You've ranked it worse than I have.
No.
So all too well. Number 7. Oh,
Number 7 was 'Tis the Damn Season for me.
I've just...
And yours was All Too Well. And it's crazy to me that All Too Well is only number 7.
So you've made a prediction of what my number 1 was.
Yeah.
Can I do the same? Can I just stay here? Do you want me to write it down?
You can do it right now because actually I'm going to go check on the kids real quick and go potty because I've been in here for like 2 hours. And...
All right, then.
Okay. I'll be right back.
As soon as you're gone, I'll say it.
Okay.
As soon as I see the door close behind you. Yeah, so I'm going to predict that All Too Well is her number 1. She's missed the mark with me, so let's see where we go. This will be amazing. If I'm right. I know we've seen those facial expressions and that reaction with my rankings before, but I think this one hit home. She's checking on the kids. She's going to be a minute because they engage in conversation. Oh, you've made it back already?
Yeah.
I thought the kids would, tackle you as soon as you popped in.
They're playing Pokemon.
On your game.
No, on theirs.
Oh, it's all right then. Drinking on a mountain's a terrible idea. Well, to each their own. We actually
Mr.
wouldn't.
Soap and Clay's actively trying to die.
We
Let's
wouldn't
go
freak out if
hiking
you
and
showed
get
up for
drunk.
4th of July as long as we knew you were coming, so we had enough on the grill.
That's true. That's actually kind of the point of everything that we're doing with the remodel. Because we have a really big property. And unlike the majority of people in our neighborhood, our backyard is actually flat and usable. And
we're on a hill, we're in a mountain, and so we've got one of the few properties where your backyard doesn't just drop off a cliff.
Yeah, and so as a result, we've done a lot of cool things outside. And while we were waiting for permits and everything to be done with the actual house, but then also that's the hope for the inside too. And the idea literally is, and it has become, for the outside or whatever, if you see the fire pit going or you smell, something cooking, literally come on back. Like, we'll always put more stuff on for sure. Like, everybody's always welcome, except for the people in the neighborhood that I hate.
You know who you are.
But they know who they are. And
if they don't, there will be a chalkboard out on the front pedestal with their names on it.
I've made no
Unwelcome.
There's not been a secret about the people that I very much dislike in this community, so they would never dare.
If your name's not on the sign at the front of the property, you're welcome to come to the back. That's
Exactly.
how it's going to go.
Yes. Hey, Southern Magnolia. Oh, hey, Cauldron Hill. I haven't seen you earlier. Oh, you're right there. I agree, drinking on the mountain is a terrible idea. How are you tonight? If I didn't see you earlier, I didn't say hi, I'm sorry. Oh. My niece's property there drops off a cliff. Up here in the, yeah, there's a lot of that about. And all of our neighbors are wildly jealous of our property because we hit the freaking jackpot with this. To the point where we got surveyors out here multiple times for me, just to confirm that this space we were taking was ours. It freaking was.
I'm messing it off, but stakes in the ground. She's like, there's no way we own that. It's got to belong to someone else.
Yeah, they can't be ours. Let's check these maps again. It was wild.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, but our property's like twice as deep, 3 times as deep as the adjacent lots.
It's freaking nuts. And so
it's just the topography. It just drops off like on either side.
Yeah, and so
Which
as
is
a result,
sort of scary, I guess.
we've been able to do all kinds of cool stuff out here. So we have the bar and a giant fire pit and a huge area for all the kids to play and run and play soccer and do. It's amazing. It's a good time. And dog runs for when we don't want the dogs, out messing with people that are over that are the size of most people's backyards. Like,
but a dog's the
they're
size
big.
of most people, and they can be rambunctious. They do have to be sequestered.
They
sometimes.
really can be. They can be a lot. They're giant dogs. So
I mean, they outweigh you, both of them.
oh yeah,
They could just knock you around if they like.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
They're gentle, they're lovely, but they're high energy.
yeah. Yeah, Soap Chef, like Lord of the Rings. No admittance except on party business. If you're here to get weird, then you're not coming in. If you're here to party, absolutely. Let me pour you a drink. So that was number 7. And number 6 is what for you?
Number 6 for me is getaway car.
All right. So I just did Getaway Car for 12.
Yeah.
And mine is Invisible String, which you did around 12-ish.
Visible string 17, yeah.
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 Cool. So we're close-ish on that.
All right, now we're top 5.
Now we're top 5.
Now we are in high fidelity range.
Yeah, we're top 5 with the bullet, and actually, all of the songs that you wrecked me with,
This is everything I had from 95 to 100.
they are not in my top 5. They've already been done.
Oh, good. We've still got potential for matching.
We have potential for matching. Denise, what kind of dogs? So we have 3 dogs. We have an English bulldog who is like the biggest English bulldog I've ever seen in my life. It's freaking
He's
wild.
an old English.
He's an
remember?
old English. So he's oldie, OLDE, old English bulldog.
He's at 90 pounds, and he's the small one.
Yeah. And we have 2 Daniffs. So Great Dane and Mastiff mix. One is an English Mastiff Great Dane mix, and one is a Neo Mastiff Great Dane mix. And they both outweigh me by quite a bit.
Plenty.
So
They're big girls.
They're big dogs. And we've always had big dogs. We love Mastiffs. We love bully breeds. These are the biggest ones we've ever had. It's wild. And then the 2 cats and the 2 guineas. Good times are had by all. Lots of food. We go through a lot of food.
So you sit in the throne at the fire pit with a dog on each side. You just wait for someone to come in the gate so you can say, "Release the hounds!" and let them thunder across the yard at someone.
Yeah. And it's so much fun. Because they look very intimidating and their bark sounds scary, but they're just 2 big dopey dogs that just think they're still lap dogs. It's delightful.
Yeah, May's trying to crawl in your lap's amazing.
Yeah. Penny, just because she's so big now, she'll just, if you're sitting down in a chair, Penny will just come and put her butt on your legs like you're the chair. It's wild. Yeah, Soap Chef, you should definitely listen to Peace because it's amazing. And Mr. Soap and Clay cries. So, you have an English Mastiff, Kelsey. I love that. I love Mastiff.
And
You have a
someone had a
Neo
Neo.
Mastiff. Amanda has a Neo. Oh, I love Mastiffs so much. Yeah, the
See,
bully breeds are the best.
Your people have good taste in dogs.
Yeah, bully breeds are awesome. Although sometimes I would really like little lap dogs. Because since we got the cats, I realized how much I actually enjoy like snuggling with an animal. When an animal comes to like snuggle. And the dogs, that's not the same at all. That's like an adult sized person just wanting to sit on your lap. And I'm like, that's not snuggling. That's just crushing me.
No, I think you just stick to big dogs and then cats.
Yeah.
Not cat-sized dogs.
I love the cats, for sure. Like, they're a lot of fun. I really like the lap dog or the lap cat thing. Okay, what is your number 5?
My
Wait, can we talk about Invisible String?
Can we? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's another thing. I don't know if you guys, again, were here for the Taylor Swift things or whatever, but for the Folklore album, I did Invisible String as the thing that we were going to use. And the reason why I did that is because that's totally our song. Like life taking us different places from where we met or whatever, but there was this single thread of hope or gold that tied me to
Single
you.
thread of gold? Yes.
And so, Invisible String, we've always been connected in some way, and we ended up back together, whatever. We'll also listen to Invisible String, because it's beautiful.
Listen to all of the top 10.
What's your number 5?
Number 5. This is me trying.
Oh, that's my number 5!
No way.
Yes, it is!
Where's your... I can't read your list. It's backwards.
It's the right way!
It is. You're not lying.
We have
That's
2!
amazing. We matched twice.
We've got
knew the
2!
top 20 was going to be better.
We've got 2!
Congratulations.
That's awesome! I love that. All right. Well, let's barrel through the rest then. This Is Me Trying is a beautiful song, by the way, and also something that both me and Mr. Soap and Clay relate to a whole hell of a lot. And it is on the Folklore album as well. All right, what's number 4?
Number 4. The Last Time.
All right, that's my number 2. My number 4 is Begin Again.
That's my number 3.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, so far we have like 3 of the top 5 the same. Well, in the top 5. 3 of the same songs in
Right,
our
the
top 5.
most important songs have made it into the top 5.
Wow. That's cool. And your number 3 is what?
Number 3 is Begin Again.
Begin Again. And mine is New Year's Day. And my number 2 is The Last Time. And that's your number 4.
That's my number 4.
Oh, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is 'Tis the Damn Season. You said it just a bit ago.
That was number 7 for me.
Mm-hmm. Lower, worse than I expected from you.
I mean, I had to get my songs in. And what is your number 1?
My number 1 Taylor Swift song with a bullet is New Year's Day.
And that was my number 3. Here's the thing about
It's
New Year's
close
Day.
enough.
New Year's Day is amazing. That is a great song. It is at the end of the Reputation album. And it's at the end of this album wherein she's like kind of showing the world oh, this is what you want to see from me. You want to see edgy, you want to see dark, you want to see whatever, fine, cool. It's all about reputation. How about her reputation? And she does this, whatever. At the end of this album, she does New Year's Day, and it's there's glitter on the floor after the party, whatever, blah blah blah. I'll be cleaning up bottles with you on New Year's Day. So it's like this kind of song to her lover, and saying all of these other things that I just told you throughout these like 12 13 songs before or whatever. That's not me. This is a representation of me. This is a mask. Here's my mask off moment. And I'm still me. I'm still here with you doing the most normal thing in the world, which is, cleaning up after a party. And Mr. Soap and Clay and I both really relate to that. And we also end every single New Year's Eve with that song. And we also saw it in concert at the Reputation tour and cried. And it was all great. So it totally makes sense that his number 1 was New Year's Day, because that means a whole lot to both of us. So that's very cool. All Too Well means everything in the world to me in ways that I don't have enough time to ever explain to you. Especially the new 10-minute version.
She wouldn't have had time to explain the short version, but then there's a 10-minute version, and that takes even more time to explain.
I highly recommend going and watching the Taylor Swift. It's like a music video. It's a short film with Sadie, the gal from Stranger Things, the actor from Stranger Things, and it's so freaking good. It's like a 15-minute long video, but it's worth every freaking second. And it tells the best story of what All Too Well is. And of course, it's the 10-minute version, so you get the extra stuff in it. it's amazing. So it had to be my number one because it's always been my number one. And so then you put a longer version out that's even better. It's my number one.
You did your number one while I was out of the room.
No, we already did it.
You said all too well.
That's my number one. Yours is New Year's Day.
I don't remember you. No, you were talking about New Year's Day when I walked out.
But New Year's Day is your number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's all too well.
Yeah, you said your number one when I was not in the room.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I mean, you're letting them know anyway. I can just read your list.
It's all too well. My number one
I can't
is
read
all
your
too
list because it's all backwards and jumbled and color. It's even color coded. There's colors on there. I thought it was at least a black and white list.
Number one. Denise just said Mr. Soap and Clay was right for Mrs. Number One. Is that what you said?
I did.
That it's all too well?
I did.
So you got mine right and I didn't get yours right. Damn.
It was, I guess, easier for me to guess. That 10-minute version came out recently, right? A month or two ago, and it's been a big point of focus. It's been very important. So it was sort of like cheating.
So important. It's everything.
It is great though, and that short film, that video for it is incredible.
It's everything.
I can watch that over and over again.
Yeah, I was watching it one night, and I started watching it, and I'm thinking, it's just going to be another music video. It's not a big deal. And about a minute into it, I realized that this is something that I can't actually do on my own. And so I'm immediately texting Mr. Soap and Clay, and I'm like, you need to come here to me. And then we just proceeded to watch it over and over and over again for like an hour and a half and just cry and pick up new Easter eggs. And what does this mean? And it was freaking delightful.
Yeah, actually, I've just decided when we're done here, I'm going to pop it on and watch it again.
It's been a hot minute since we've done that. So we should do that tonight.
Yeah, it's been at least 3 weeks since I've seen it.
So out of the top 5, we have 4 that are the same, like in the top 5. 4 songs that are in the top 5 on both of our lists.
I know we would get there eventually.
Okay.
The ones that really matter.
Okay. Okay. I guess we're not getting divorced right now, I guess.
Because we agreed on 5 of 95. That's how marriage works.
We'd agreed on 5%. Therefore, marriage is
That's
solvent.
all it takes. You just need that 5%. You get
5%.
You disagree on everything else. Just agree on what's important.
Well, that's fun.
We should do this again.
I liked that. That was a lot of fun. We should do this for Ed Sheeran. We were talking about doing that on Sunday.
We should definitely do this for Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran would be interesting. Ed Sheeran would also be something that I think more people would actually be freaking engaged with, because it seems to me Ed Sheeran is one of those people that more people like.
We actually talked about...
And I don't understand where all of these Taylor Swift fans are.
They're like the Nickelback fans,
it's like
apparently.
The Nickelback fans. I love Taylor Swift.
Nickelback.
What are you talking about?
Albums. I've got it loaded up on my iPods and all this. But
she's multi-platinum 9 times over.
Someone bought the album. Yeah, apparently it's the same as Nickelback. Everyone's just a closet Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
But I actually work with a closet Taylor Swift fan. Doesn't want to admit to
Walker.
the rest of the guys.
I love him.
Don't just sell people out like that.
I got his Animal Crossing character on my island.
Oh,
Because his Animal Crossing character is my birthday buddy.
Is there like big afro hair?
The name is Walker.
Oh.
And he's a cute little dog. And he's my birthday buddy.
I didn't tell you. New Year's, where he was back home, or now he's actually screwing around in San Francisco. He cut his hair. Like short,
He
like...
cut his hair
buzz.
off?
Yeah, he's got like a military fade thing.
That's weird.
And,
Why?
and now he's working on growing he's got a mustache. When I first met him, he had this like giant Burt Reynolds mustache. And so he's working on growing that again. But then he said today, because he's got this like awful, patchy scruff. He said he's trying to grow a beard. It's been 3 weeks. And he's just got these little patches.
He had Eowyn hair.
Yeah, he cut it all off.
Oh. He'll never come back.
He cut it off between Christmas and New Year's.
You like talking about how at one point you had long hair that curled. And I'm like, I've literally never seen that. And you tried to do it. And it never grew longer than like this. And it was stick straight.
Yeah,
so you cut him off,
cut
they
it
do
off.
not come back. That's why I don't cut Eowyn's hair, because I'm terrified.
Well, then I just decided to shave it completely and not mess with having hair.
Well, yeah, that's better than, I guess, except more maintenance is probably on the skull.
Yeah, but less daily maintenance.
Oh, speaking of maintenance, so I just developed a new product, a pre-shave.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pre-shave oil.
That I probably should use.
To do. So like the oil goes on, and then you put the shave cream on, or the crope or whatever's, and then you shave.
I'm out of shaving cream, by the way.
I got lots.
Yeah, I need some.
And so I want you to try it.
I am very interested in that. Was that like a beta, like small batch, just to test the leave-in conditioner?
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, do you have more of
Yeah,
that?
I do have more of that. You want some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Also,
that
if
a
you
lot.
guys are interested in those recipes, let me know, because I'm doing a pre-shave
Of course they're interested in recipes.
and then a leave-in beard conditioner.
The leave-in
I've
beard
been
conditioner.
testing those for a while, and I think I have a great recipe that I'm absolutely in love with. I think I've dialed both of those down. So
Was that what, Saturday, Sunday? You put that in the beard?
yeah, while you
when
were
I was
working
a-
with drywall
Yeah,
and
when I was a mess.
stuff, right?
Yeah, it was lovely. It's lovely if you've got facial hair. I
So-
highly recommend it. I guess it's not available yet, but
Yeah,
it
so
will be.
if you guys are interested in that, let me know, because that's we'll do those recipes for sure. Oh God, look at the thing, babe.
What's up?
Freaking computer's about to die. The hell is that?
Do we have like? I don't know.
I don't know. I actually
I wanna-
direct linked it this time too, because I was thinking maybe running off the extension. It's not.
Yeah,
People don't
no.
like it?
I want to.
Like, I don't know.
I want to try that other power supply and just see what it does. Because this should not. But we've got resource problems we've got to sort out.
We do. We need to sort out a lot of things, and we're adding new things to the whole setup without like adding too many things at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't test anything at all. We just plug it all in and fire off a live.
Yeah, this is
And
our
it's like,
test.
oh God, it didn't work, did it?
This is our test.
And then we didn't troubleshoot anything at all between Sunday and tonight. So we sort of
just came right back.
plug it all in and let's try again.
Why not? So, yeah. We're gonna actually have to be going because our freaking computer is about to freaking die. But for the giveaways, okay, good. I'm glad you guys like you want the recipes. Good. I like these ones actually. I think you guys will enjoy them too. For sure. A 3-in-1 bar, Amanda. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, the shave bars and really all of the stuff that I put in like the men's line have always been formulated to be 3-in-1, and the reason for that is he exists, and before he started using my soap, he would use shampoo as body wash and body wash as shampoo, just like whatever existed in the shower, he would just use it over his whole body. And so I'm
Why
like,
do you need more than one thing?
right. And so I'm like, okay, so there are men like that in the world. And so we should probably have something that can be good for all three of those things. While I don't advertise them as such, they work for all three without like stripping oils from places. So yes, you can go back and look at really any of my beer recipes, as well as the For Your Skin Only recipe that I gave, the Tyler Durden, those all good ones. A video on how to create a website. Actually, yeah, Nicole, I totally can. I've been wanting to get Mr. Webman on for a while, and we will actually all be in the same place at the same time during Christmas. So,
Christmas. We were in the same place at the same time for Christmas, but we didn't do any videos.
Valentine's, because that's when we're in, that's the next holiday.
It's Valentine's.
That's when we're in Colorado.
We got like
And
2
so we've been
weeks.
kicking around the idea of doing a live while we're there. And so I can actually have Mr. Webman on and he can answer questions if you guys are interested. So if you're into that, we can do that thing. And for the giveaway, which I wanted to do on stream, but I'm like literally watching that thing. It's now in the red and it's just a sliver.
No, it's about to start crashing. Yeah.
Start crashing. For the giveaway, the last time we did a
CPU's
giveaway
creeping
for
up
the for the 10,000, we did like a Q&A thing, and it was fun and I liked it. We obviously don't have time to do that, so what I'm going to do is I have these new subscription boxes that I want to get out into the world, and I would like to use you guys as like testers for the sub boxes, really. So it's a twofer. So I can send products that get the sub boxes out to you guys in celebration of 15,000, as well as you can also let me know what you think of them. So I want to send out 15 like dude kits, beard and shave kits, and 15 bath bomb and soap and face care kits. So 30 kits in total. So I'm going to put a list of questions on the community tab. And the first person to answer all the questions right in email form, which I'll also put in the information, the first 30 people to send me the email with the correct answers, and it's all going to be like channel related. It's not a big deal, right? They're just fun questions, will be sent the boxes. Does that sound good? I'll just email all those people back and be like, hey, you won, what's your address? Does that work for the giveaways? Because we don't have freaking time. I think that's okay, right? That kind of works, right?
As Kate Pop would say, does that make sense?
Does that make sense? That works, right? Just do a community post
Yeah.
and some questions, and then here's the email address that you respond to the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that works.
It's going to have to work because this is actually going to die very soon.
It's going to have to work. I don't freaking know what we've done.
We're going to test this other power supply and see if we can fix this, but we can't do it right now because if we unplug it, it'll die completely.
We have to test some things.
Hey, before we pop off, Soap Chef's talking about doing a heavy metal live thing. Soap Chef, you need to post at least a list of the bands that you're ranking before you do this, because I will do my homework.
Yeah, we want to play.
I want to see
we'll rank
what we're working with.
Yeah, like
probably familiar with them, but you know, if you can also like list songs that you're ranking, that'd be awesome. If not, just bands is fine. I'll rank my bands and then we'll see where we land.
Yeah, we would totally do that. That would be awesome. I would love to play with that because we like heavy metal too. Weirdly, I'm not just about Taylor Swift. Yeah. Becky, I'm so glad that your son loves the beard kit from Christmas. That's so awesome. But yes, it sounds like people are okay with that. Good, because we're literally about to die, and this is freaking ridiculous. We're only on for an hour and a half this time. We were on for over 2 before it started.
I mean, we can just keep going until it crashes, but that's going to be any minute. So it'll be the echo and then the freezing like we had before, I think.
Mr. Webman just texted me with the fire guy, the anger guy from Inside Out, and said, calling us both out on YouTube. Who's both out? Are you behind in the stream? How would he know? If he's behind in the stream, he can't answer that question right now.
Well, I just did
I think I was calling you and him out for the tech stuff, right? But that was a long time ago.
Is it me and him, or is it him and his wife?
No, it's
I just
you.
said, does that make sense?
Oh, because earlier we were talking about Webman and now we're talking about K-pop. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
We'll have to hit him back.
Well, you know, Webman, if you're on right now,
we're calling everyone out.
We can just call everyone out today. But also, you've been requested. I think I did say earlier, hey, I want you to be part of a live if you guys are interested. If they're interested,
we're gonna live from the condo. Yeah,
we're gonna live from the condo for Valentine's Day.
So we're packing all this with us.
There's Caitlin. Look, K-pop. Does that make sense?
K-pop.
He just responded with me and Kate. Oh, okay. So they're watching it.
There we are. Does that make sense?
Does that make sense?
You're welcome.
I've called you out in videos before about that too. Like, I don't know. Did you start it? Did I start it? We both say it. It's a lot. See, and people are calling for Mr. Webman. So, yes, this thing really is about to die. So, thank you guys so freaking much for joining me here tonight, but also for being cool and understanding of freaking Sunday when everything just grenaded. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys
many technical difficulties.
And I appreciate you guys just hanging and being part of the, you know, not soapy stuff, you know? Because that's the whole point, I think, of what I like in this. Like, I get my social interaction fix from you guys. Getting to interact with the comments and hear about your life and the things that's going on, the good, the bad, everything in between. And so I like this. I mean, not all the time, obviously. It's still a soap channel, but every once in a while. So I'm glad that you guys joined me for this, joined us for this, joined all of the peoples for this. The Sudzer family is here tonight, and I love it. Thank you guys so much. And we are gonna have to go.
I'm very happy to have joined you all.
Whenever
we do have to go.
Whenever we can get Mr. Soap and Clay, it's freaking awesome for sure. So thank you guys so much for joining us for another round of 365 days of soap, even though it was not soap related tonight, and it's kind of a bonus video anyway. But I will be back tomorrow for regularly scheduled content of soapy fun.
I won't. Bye.
Oh, I'm close to the thing. I'm the one that needs to turn it off now.
Yeah, it's in your realm. It looks like you got about 2 minutes before it all just shuts down.
It's about to die.
Yeah, I don't understand
it's
at all.
bad. Also, the lighting is